George and Amal Clooney have always looked like the perfect couple, and together they've built an image that feels almost untouchable.
I heard that.
But lately, fans can't help but wonder if things behind the scenes are as perfect as they appear. According to insiders who spoke with Radar Online back in March, George and Amal's demanding careers might be taking a toll on their marriage. Around that time, Amal was in England with their twins for her teaching position at Oxford, while George was across the ocean preparing for his big Broadway debut. One source described it as a trial separation, explaining that the distance and odd working hours had made them drift apart. Apparently, Amal was proud of him, but struggling with how long they were apart, especially since it wasn't just a few days this time, but months. Of course, those rumors remain unconfirmed. The Clooneys have continued to show up together, even walking arm in arm at the Venice Film Festival in August. Still, the story has sparked a lot of questions about whether the couple's marriage is as smooth as it seems, particularly when George himself keeps describing it as argument-free. In an interview earlier this year, George said he and Amal have never had an argument during their 10 years together. He even joked, "We're trying to find something to fight about."
It's maddening to some of our friends. I have a cousin, actually, every time we see him, he's like, his first question is, "So have you had an argument yet?" Like before he says hello.
Yeah. Would you like us to right now? That make you feel better?
No. Could be a first.
Sounds sweet, right? But relationship experts say that never arguing might not always be a good thing. Some couples avoid conflict so much that they stop sharing what really bothers them, which can build resentment over time. One therapist wrote that sometimes people who have it all might feel pressured to appear happy, even when they're struggling. Now, we're not saying that's happening here, but it's an interesting point. Could being too perfect actually backfire? Then there's another possible red flag: independence. George and Amal were both fully formed individuals before they met. He was the world's most famous bachelor, and she was already thriving in her career. A relationship expert noted that while independence is healthy, too much of it can make couples start living parallel lives. When work and personal projects always come first, emotional distance can sneak in. And that's something even the strongest partnerships need to watch out for. Adding to that, George recently made a confession that reportedly didn't sit well with Amal. In a lighthearted interview, he joked about getting high school drunk, calling it a dumbass drunk moment. It may have sounded funny to him, but apparently Amal wasn't laughing.
My wife would kill me.
According to a source, she's worried that George might be slipping back into old habits he'd worked hard to overcome. It's no secret that George once lived a pretty wild party lifestyle. Long nights with friends like Brad Pitt, endless drinks, and little sleep.
Sounds like fun for me.
Yeah.
But after a serious health scare in 2021 that left him bedridden with pancreatitis, he gave up alcohol for a while and focused on his health. Amal reportedly helped him through that period, setting firm boundaries about his drinking. So hearing George joke about it again was understandably upsetting for her. Insiders claim Amal has drawn a clear line. She won't tolerate a repeat of those days. She's focused on protecting their family, especially their 8-year-old twins, Alexander and Ella, and doesn't want George sliding back into old patterns. Her rules, as one source put it, are ironclad. George might think of his night out as harmless fun, but Amal sees it as a potential warning sign. And now, people close to them say this could be a real test for the couple, one that may determine whether George chooses his old habits or the stability of the life they've built together. In 2013, while hosting dinner for a friend at his house in Italy, George Clooney met human rights lawyer and activist Amal Alamuddin. The dark-haired beauty is considered one of the most influential and respected international human rights lawyers in the world. She is intelligent, beautiful, and has an easygoing personality. From the way the story is told, Clooney was smitten with the lawyer from the moment she walked into his home. According to the American actor and producer, the first meeting sparked an attraction, but it took a while for the romance to build. At the time he met Amal, Clooney's parents had also been visiting him. Out of respect for his folks, the fantastic Mr. Fox actor spent the evening talking to the Lebanese beauty and not making any romantic advances. He told People magazine, "And I got her email address because she was going to send me some pictures of my parents. So we started writing. I didn't know if she wanted to go out with me, I just thought we were buddies." After a long period of exchanging emails, the lovers' attraction grew deeper. In October 2013, the actor invited his love interest to visit him in London. This was where the couple had their first date. After that, their relationship seemed to escalate quickly. By the end of April 2014, Clooney had proposed and Amal said yes.
I would just like to say to my
bride-to-be, Amal, that I love you very much.
Oh my God.
And I can't wait to be your husband.
By September of that year, the two had tied the knot. Their wedding was an intimate ceremony at the Aman Canal Grande Luxury Resort in Venice, Italy. Speaking on the secret to a successful relationship, Clooney says, "FaceTime, we'll do that. We try not to have these huge gaps. We spend an awful lot of time together. We're able to manage so far between my work and her work and the things we're doing. We're able to manage it pretty well." In many interviews, the Lebanese British attorney has said that it was pure luck that brought her into such a loving and understanding marriage. While it may be luck, kismet, or whatever else you'd like to call it, at the end of the day, the Clooney relationship teaches us a lot about navigating marriage. It's the playfulness of their relationship that keeps them so engaged. It's just been easy, like the easiest thing we have done in our lives thus far. This statement came after the pair welcomed their twins, Alexander and Ella. Their children speak 3 languages and have developed George's love for pranks. When asked how they're faring with raising the twins, the Hollywood couple explains that they hope to set good examples for their children. The behavior that they show is what their children will learn. That, and bribing their children, helps a lot. The Oscar winner and activists swear by the importance of putting constant effort into their relationship. Their path to a perfect marriage was established on the pillars of compromise, setting boundaries, and plenty of patience. We can see that the lovers are supportive of each other from their collaboration with the Clooney Foundation. They acknowledge their partner's abilities and appreciate what the other brings to the table. The pair is very grateful for their partnership and family. George is always commenting on how incredibly smart his wife and children are. Amal is also very appreciative of her husband and children, saying, "Marriage has been wonderful. I have in my husband a partner who is incredibly inspirational and supportive. And we have a home filled with love and laughter. The biggest secret to their happy marriage is to start with love," George told CBS Mornings.
He is the person who has my complete admiration, and also the person whose smile makes me melt every time.
As many couples therapists will tell you, communication is vital for a happy marriage, and the Clooneys know it. The couple shared that one of their ways to stay in touch with each other is to handwrite love letters. Knowing that the other person has taken the time to write out that letter means the world to them. It's inspiring that the Clooneys seem so effortless in their careers, marriage, and raising their children. In the end, it boils down to the attitudes they have about the world and people around them. Is there anything they can't do?